Hi everyone. So, lot of patients, most of the patients, in fact, all patients, I would say, suffering from any or the other gut or digestive issues, they are just not at all even aware of what exactly are they suffering from and how is their issue created? How are so many of the symptoms actually formed out? So today I am gonna actually give you the complete, exhaustive, and detailed explanation of all your symptoms and the accurate understanding of how they actually get formed step by step. So please don't miss this video and watch it till the last because this will change your life for I am 200% sure. And just to let you to understand and believe that whatever explanation I'm sharing with you is having a backup and that research is so much trustworthy that I've got its heading in front of you that it's a research done from the gastroenterology department themselves and not only and not of India but from abroad. So can be very much sure of the quality and the integrity, genuinity of the sharing that I'm doing, of the research sharing that you can see. So it clearly states you the biopsychosocial aspects of functional gastrointestinal disorders and how central and environmental processes contribute to the development and expression of functional gastrointestinal disorders. Now let's get on to the straight away to the explanation, the detailed explanation of all your troubles, which are unresolved till date, even after every solution in the world, even after you trying every solution in the world. And this is the complete explanation. So it starts from your genetics and environmental factors, your early life experiences, your parental beliefs and behaviors, social learning, your social support, culture, social stress, trauma, any kind of trauma like COVID or so many deaths or sudden mishaps, accidents, infections, COVID, so many other infections that come across. Okay. I hope you understood about all the previous factors. You can relate to it. Specific lifestyles, culture, social stress, like kind of official, like professional, family, any of them personally, and the social support, like what you have in terms of your family themselves, how they support you or not, and all that. That affects your brain. So you have a lot of psychological comorbidity like anxiety, depression. It also affects your cognitive effective process, the working of function of your brain efficiency. It also creates health anxiety and somatization, like anxiety for your health and then physical uh, existence of troubles or presence of these troubles. Then GI specific anxiety, exactly the gastrointestinal or the gut and digestive issues that you're facing. Hypervigilance, your attention is always on your problem. Catastrophizing, when you're troubled, your your symptoms increase much more. Structural brain abnormalities, it damages your neurons and your efficiency, brain efficiency to work, your intelligence. It also affects your overall uh, network connectivity of the neurons, again, which is related to intelligence. Emotional and cognitive modulation of visceral afferent signals, like affects your, what you may say, endocrine gland here, endocrine system. from where all the hormones are released of your organs, of your whole body. So if they are stressed, anxious, fearful, then every organ of your body is getting damaged through this continuous, knowing we are moving. And then this is how you create all other troubles, lifestyle diseases, all the other issues in other organs also, apart from your gut, which you might think that it is different from gut. But everything is related to all this. And then it also creates fear, classical fear conditioning. Like you have all the fears that you have. Slowly, slowly it increases, increases, increases. Okay? Like it starts from one thing and then you go into more deep down into it, increases more and more. Like basic ones for a IBS sufferer, IBD sufferer is whether if you eat this, you don't have to go to washroom or you don't face any trouble. If you eat this, if you eat that, whatever, so many of them. Then whether you'll find a washroom or not, if you go outside, so many of them. Then because the brain gut is connected to that brain gut axis, this effect on brain affects your gut. It creates gut permeability, motility, okay, this acidity and gut microbiome issues, sensations, abdominal pains, okay, altered bacterial flora. That's exactly what I talked about. Gut microbiome, like your digestion it becomes very weak. There are very less good bacteria uh, than it should be. Inflammation, various inflammation of intestines and all, like what you have, so many Crohn's, IBD, ulcerative colitis, and so on, all of them, IBS, and all. And then even including all other gut troubles that you have, include that all. When continuously you are not able to resolve this, like what you have not been getting through trying various treatments or the treatments included, then this increases your symptoms if you're not getting the solution at the right time. And it is, you're dragging it for long and long and long without the accurate solution of it. The symptoms increase, severity increases, the mobility changes, like your uh, complete structure of the state of the trouble, and even your behavior changes. And ultimately, it affects your quality of life. And quality of life means your career, your personal life, your health itself, your relationships, the whole life. So you can yourself also understand this bit more. Biopsychosocial model. Genetic and environmental factors such as early life experiences, trauma, and social learning influence both the brain and the gut, which in turn interact bidirectionally via the autonomic nervous system and the HPA axis. The integrated effects of altered physiology and the person's psychosocial status will determine the illness experience and ultimately the clinical outcome. Furthermore, the outcomes will in turn affect the severity of the disorder. The implication is that psychosocial factors are essential to the understanding of IBS and formulation of an effective treatment plan. And that is exactly what is to be done and what I'm an expert at. That it has to be the psychosocial factors which needs the most attention and everything will turn into place. Now, getting down more into uh, what you may say, deep down more in helping you understand each of your symptoms in the most clear way or complete way so that you don't have any kind of, I would not use any word which is not positive. So where you don't have any kind of even an inch of lack of accuracy or precision, because that's my one of the topmost strengths, values, I would say. So just see this. How are various kind of cases that you will be in any one of them. Illness, anxiety. So these are the cognitive affective processes influencing the symptom experience. And even in that, where there are different types. So illness anxiety, where the global tendency to worry about current and future bodily symptoms, formerly referred to as hypochondriasis. So the association with the functional gastrointestinal disorder will be low insight, extensive research into what is wrong, not easily reassured about getting all right, lack of acceptance. Okay. Risk factor for development of FGIT. Just check yourself. And the outcomes would be chronicity, uh, social dysfunction, occupational difficulties, high health costs. That's why it's so specifically for professionals, what I'm working on with top management professionals, IT professionals who are most prone to such issues, high health costs, negative doctor-patient relationship, poor treatment response, drives healthcare use, negatively impacts treatment response. And it's not only related to CBT, but I create various other ways exactly. But yes, this is technically, medically the thing, but I give a much, much more higher sophisticated response than just CBT. But yeah, that is also CBT itself, but much more advanced version of a lot of other medical tests. Then the symptom specific anxiety, which is worry, hypervigilance around the likelihood presence of specific symptoms and the context in which they occur. So the association with the disorder is belief that normal gut sensations are harmful or will lead to negative consequences. Promotes GI symptoms. IBS patients showed higher recall of pain words and GI words. Okay, so this is still here. Promotes GI symptoms. Yeah, for this one. And so I think what I talked about that drives healthcare use and negatively impacts treatment response is for this symptom specific anxiety. I'm sorry. And then the management, yeah, improve it. Yeah. So I think it's basically talking about something which is related to again CBT, like that working on your psychosocial status, which exactly I work specifically with that mind expertise, which is way above, which is a superset of all of these, and the spiritual aspect of it. So that is way more advanced, but still, you got it. So you, and the third thing is hypervigilance attentional basis, which is altered attention toward an increased engagement with symptoms and reminder of symptoms. So basically, like as I told, just coming back to the management processes that I told that because it's not only up to CBT, but what superset I provide is because I work on all the aspects, like your physical, psychological, emotional, and spiritual, all of them. That is the only way to provide a complete and permanent solution, which is even recognized and strictly mentioned by the WHO even, and approved by the UN, what I provide. Exactly the kind of solution and what all. So coming back to this hypervigilance attentional thing, that this type altered attention toward an increased engagement with symptoms and reminder of symptoms. And so association, the disorder associated with this, where IBS patients showed higher recall of pain words and GI words compared with healthy controls. And patients like non-cardiac chest pain, this is what lot of patients incur, the chest pain. So this is due to hypervigilant towards cardiopulmonary sensations. Lot of patients come to me and they go for a checkup for heart and all. They're so much worried about this feel that they're going to die. So this is that non-cardiac chest pain, which exactly happens, which is they call sometimes due to acidity, gas, a lot of hyperacidity. So see, the hypervigilant towards cardiopulmonary sensation. So I think now you can understand if you've been suffering with this. And the last, which is catastrophizing, two-pronged cognitive process in which an individual magnifies the seriousness of symptoms and consequences while simultaneously viewing themselves as helpless. And this disorder associated with this is results in symptom amplification, increased pain, abdominal pain, what you have, they're troubled. People even remove, especially ladies, even remove gallbladder, still that pain there's. I have handled a case where she was just like asking me, that lady, just every night, 24 hours she used to have pain, even while eating. Just imagine. And she used to say that, like, just have mercy on me and all. She's a Christian. And then once I worked with her, within one day she got unbelievable results. Like that was miraculous for her. And then she improved forever like that. Even after some days, there was Christmas. So she enjoyed like anything. And this negatively inhibits pain inhibition, negatively affects interpersonal relationships, leads to increased worry, suffering, disability. So now you can see all with all these symptoms and you can play it yourself which type can be. So I'm getting very deep down, which I think you will not find anybody getting it that much deep into it. High symptom reporting, the outcomes, reduced quality of life can impact patient self-report, burdens provider. So again, the process, as I told you, working on all those four aspects, that is the ultimate thing. I'll share that once I share the solution or you go through my solution whenever, that complete system that I've created. So this is the understanding of all your problems. So now you understand that only a mind expert, a mind gut expert, somebody who can understand how you feel, if he has himself gone through that, that is amazing. And which luckily I am also. I've also gone through that. And being a professional, I understand which all things and how does it impact all these things. And then you got to also understand about energy. Being an energy expert, I do that. And then spiritual, being spiritual also helps you to understand that energy relation with your emotions, psychology, daily lifestyle, not only just till eating or diet, but also about the mental state, the food of mind, that is thoughts. So I help people at the most basic and the most important level, which is thought process change, thought change, thought transformation. That's the most important parameter in this. So we'll get on to that when my system, I'll share that maybe whenever you get to know about it or when you see that, we'll understand exactly how all these things get exactly sorted out very easily. And it's like something which is just the thing, the only thing that you require for sorting out all these troubles. So just to recollecting things, you see, so you got this understanding of this trouble, and you can even relate, if you can relate to this understanding, then I think you can understand that how much confident I am to solve your issues completely and permanently with 100% accuracy with the candy. Now, regarding the solution to it, you can yourself understand anybody, as I already discussed, anybody who is an expert in understanding human relations, mind psychology, spirituality, about mind, get mind expert can only understand all these genetics and environment. An expert who works on subconscious mind. Then how does it affects your brain? So if he understands about how that mind gut impact happens and how it affects your psychology, your emotions, your uh things, what you may call your physiology, altered physiology with effect of mind and subconscious mind. And then how that gets down. Somebody who has experienced this can only understand way best. And I've luckily or unluckily, whatever you call, gone through that. And so I understand exactly how will you feel with each of the troubles. I can completely understand all your troubles. That is very important because nobody understands, whether doctor, any expert, cannot completely understand all your problems. Not at the technical level as an expert also, and not even because they've experienced that. So I have been uh, at both the ends. Like I am at the expert end and I've been at the patient end. So there is no way that anybody can have a more deeper idea and experience than that. And we, in that regards, with all due humility, and I think with only God's blessings, I can actually stand it. I can be in front of you right now and all right, and be able to help you out with all the blessings of God, and because especially of that soul healing, which also improves your mind, your brain, your personality, which all these things you get here require here to get out of these troubles as you see. So you'll understand my system deep down, and you'll understand that how powerful and miraculous results have been provided to patients, everybody who's done it. Okay. So I hope you can even completely understand at least the first step, that all your mysteries, all the mysteries resolved about your troubles and how is it created. So uh, for any other further queries, you can reach out to me, and surely don't miss to go through my system, my uh, complete solution system, where you will get much, much, much more deep down into this. God bless, and hope you get your best health and life ASAP. See ya. God bless.